Morning, YouTube. Mike here. It's been a little minute, man. Working. Actually, I'm getting ready to head out now. It's the week of Thanksgiving, so I got some parts in stock. I gotta put up. Van is very messy today. Had my lift in here. Yeah, gotta do some cleaning up. Gotta take some parts back, cord charges, motor I gotta install. Yeah, so that's what I'm up to today. So today is Tuesday. Wanted to thank for all the new subscribers subscribing, all the people asking questions, and same old stuff. Gotta keep it going. Didn't want to talk about too much this week. I don't know if you guys are working up until Thanksgiving or on Friday and Saturday after that. I don't know. Some people are debating about it. I got to see what I'm going to do depending on how these jobs go. So let me get in the van. I already called my first customer. Trying to... it's a very cold Florida morning. Cold for us. Sorry about you guys. 57 degrees, but that just warms up real quick. It'll probably be in the 70s by no time. Alright. So wanted to address a couple questions people asked me. First thing, I think it's Virtuosity Cast, but parts. Do you recycle parts? I recycle some of the parts. There's actually, I don't know if you might go around your parts store or some people, around in Florida too. I don't know how it is where you guys at, but people pick up like metal and stuff like that. I put some of that stuff on the side, like motors and stuff like that, and those salvage guys come and pick those up. Heating elements, stuff like that. Electronic parts, they have recycling places you can actually take those parts to. You just gotta look into it and see. A lot of people, like when I was working for a company, didn't know a lot of those things. That's where I got that information from, and then going around parts stores and other people telling me. And then there was this one company that would you can recycle all your ice maker parts, just send it to them, or they had a drop box somewhere. It was just a lot of places you can probably recycle old parts and stuff like that. Other than that, everything's been going great, man. Working. Hopefully you guys are doing the same. Keeping up with a lot of things. I put a lot of stuff on my Instagram. If you guys do follow me on there. Still, people ask me questions. I like to answer them. So just hit me up on there. But I try to put a lot of technical stuff, or the stuff that I do on Instagram, because it's interesting. I had some I don't do much sales system like I used to when I worked for a company, but when I do, I try to put little intricate things that people can pick up on to know what you're looking for when you have a seal system issue. And then if you get training for it and learn how to replace them and change them out, that's even better. Just nowadays there's classes you have to take for certain styles of compressors, and I'm sure you guys know that are out there about the linear, split phase, just stuff like that. To be honest with you, I haven't done any linear compressors on LGs. I would definitely I can do them. I have a lot of good people I can get help and information from, just walking me through the certain steps to do it. But I've only done single evaporator compressors. First job is in Boca. LG dryer, not heating, gas dryer. So I've been getting a lot of gas dryers lately. I'm in South Florida, so it's not too much gas. Down here is a lot more electric, but lately I've been getting some gas. I actually had a gas oven yesterday, but I got referred that to from somebody else who had gas. So I'm guessing, that's how it goes. So you do good work, you get referrals. And when it comes to referrals, for me, anybody who calls in and said they got referred for anybody, they get $10 off. So if my service charge is $85, they get $75 service call pretty much if they decide not to fix it. So I do offer that for people. I'm trying to get more up on my reviews, because sometimes you'll do a good job, even for I do it more for my COD customers than warranty, and sometimes some people forget. So my wife is telling me you got to put incentives in that with the review, but you know, still working that out. I'm still getting some, so it's better than, you know, some people just don't have time and don't get the reviews done. But that's where I'm at, trying to just, you know, help my business grow, looking better. I actually got with Amazon services. They contacted me and they did a business background check and all that, and I don't know how that works. I don't even know if there are services in my area yet, but you know, just another thing you guys can look out for. Amazon, like, you know, Amazon Prime, they offer appliance repair services. So yeah, look into that in your area. You might be able to work something out with them on that. Old Republic, from the last video I said they're doing good. They're really good. I like Old Republic. They're working with their system is very easy. They pay you quick. Yeah, definitely recommend them. Still busy, getting a lot. It feels good to have a lot of different warranty companies. That's why I always tell you guys, because I'm getting, you know, checks from different warranty companies every week. So it's good to have that going too. And then on top of my COD that's been building gradually, and you know, that's just the game, how it goes. Once you start getting into your third, fourth year, I'm seeing it now where it's just like, although I'm starting to get more return customers than I did in my second year in business. So it's just you know, it takes time depending on how your area is. My area is not, I don't want to say congested, but you know, it's a city area, city-ish, so a lot of neighborhoods pretty much, so a lot of families, and that's what you're kind of looking for. So other than that, just try to I guess market the best way you can without spending all the money that you have. I don't spend any money for marketing at all, so just that alone, just I post, you know, ads on Google, not ads, but post on Google where I'll offer specials and stuff like that, but that's usually like a discount on a service charge or something like that, you know. So I'm just I'm always thankful that I'm always just busy consistently, and sometimes I'm like, man, I need to relax some days. Like yesterday, Monday, I didn't do too much. I only did 4 jobs. Yeah, they were actually good jobs. If you saw a picture, the one was the Samsung fridge. That was a no cool when I got there. So what happens is, this is what it is. It was a warranty call. Now, warranty calls, a lot of times, you know, customers, they turn into COD calls because, you know, certain warranty companies don't cover certain things. Like a leak in the seal system, warranty usually doesn't cover that. So those customers usually, like, all right, they don't want to usually pay the price sometimes to fix the fridge, you know, depending on, you know, their situation or whatever. So a lot of times tap into it, see what the pressure is, look, you know, because once I can see that when it's a bad compressor, the readings will be just not what you know of. So if you're learning seal system, you know the proper readings, and you'll know the proper readings when there's bad valves, or, you know, grounded out, or, you know, whatever the situation may be, or when the compressor's not just running, you wouldn't even tap into it. So just, you know what to look for. So tapped into it, saw it was low, charged it up, proper level, and that's another thing. That's why I put on my Instagram. You know, I just know when it's full, you know, the proper temperature I'm looking for, the proper pressure I'm looking for, and just, you let it go from there. And a lot of times, you know, I've done so many over the years, and me working in appliance repairs like second nature. And by the time, and if you're doing it right, and you're sitting there taking your time and, you know, doing what you got to do, by the time you get up, you know, put the panels back on, put the fridge back, you're already going to start feeling cold in the fridge. So that's already a good thing. You know, customers already see what's going on. So you always want to, you know, if you're going to do that. Me, I would say certain calls, it all depends. If they're going to pay, you know, do it. But a lot of times where I'm at, certain customers, they rather just, you know, pay a couple hundred, see what it does, and if anything, because, you know, I've done a lot of those Samsung fridges like that, in that sense. I have a couple, and sometimes it can last 6 months up to a year. So I have customers that call me like that, and mind you, some of these customers have money too. They can easily replace the fridge. I have one lady who has a Samsung fridge. I must have diagnosed this thing 2017 through the warranty company, and they didn't cover it, but I charged it up for them. And to this day, she has a couple hair salons, and Jupiter and Boca. So I'm like, she'll call me and say, hey, you know, I'll work on her hair salons and stuff like that, but it's like, hey, that fridge needs charged up, and I might charge it $125 to go charge it up. And it's like, I'm thinking to myself, it just needs to replace it already, but nothing's wrong with it. It just, they notice, like, hey, Mike, the ISO will not start, you know, making slower, and they'll just, that's when they'll hit me up. But sometimes it might be a year, sometimes I think it's usually like 8-9 months to a year sometimes, and that's what they want to do. So, you know, some people, I mean, you'll just encounter stuff like that out in here. I mean, you'll see a lot of different things. I'm probably gonna make a video just on the funniest stories that I have. You know, a lot of us technicians will have different stories or run into different things. You know, and you just gotta, like, you'll walk up to a house, it'll be the nicest looking house, and you go inside and it's a disaster. Like a disaster. And you're thinking to yourself, how can these people live like this? I mean, mind you, from the outside looking in, it's like, I mean, it's nice because they upkeep the lawn, you know, the little plants they got are you know, maintained and stuff like that, but the inside is horrible. Then you'll see a house the opposite. So it all depends. I want to say animals too. I see, you know, 80 to 90% of people have animals. You know, if it's usually dogs, but cats, if I see, you know, 1 or 2 cats, cool. It's sometimes I see like 10 cats. So it all depends on what you yeah, every day is different, every day is interesting, and that's why I still do this and love this. And tell you something interesting, it's not a, I guess it's appliance, it's related to this YouTube, and I didn't think it was that. This weekend they had something in Orlando, the Classic, and if you're in Florida, you know what that is. And I was up there, my brother, he lives in the Palm Bay, Melbourne area, and we were going to the track to watch the cars race, and we were going to the park, and one of the guys that was directing the park, he's like, oh, you're the Appliance guy. I'm like, oh snap. And my brother started laughing, and I'm just like, hey, you never know who's watching you out here, and you gotta be you know, mindful of those things, I guess. I don't know. I'm a very I don't know, I guess I'm introverted type of person. I don't go out much. I do here and there, but you know, so when people know you or see you, it's kind of different for me. But it's crazy when I say that, because I love my job. I love going out and meeting people, but you know, when I'm home, I'm usually home. I don't go out much. So, but you know, you got to get used to that stuff. You never know. It's just, the point is, you never know who's watching and who is listening to what you're saying. And I guess when you're out there, I know me, and I know the person I am. So I don't, how you guys see me on camera is how I am in person, and that's just you know, that's why I don't have much friends. Not a lot of people are like that, and will tell you things straight up, just like how I tell you guys straight up in this about appliance repair. And you know, everything that you guys are gonna learn can apply to that. You know, in this field, it will apply to life. That's just how it is. But didn't want to get in too deep in that, so didn't want to make the video too long. Today I have quite a few jobs. I have 6 jobs today, and tomorrow is gonna be my install day. I have about 5-6 jobs that I need to have parts installed for. The motor, I got suspension kit, I got that big box is a dishwasher inner door panel with the seal that comes with it, so it's leaking from the inner door. Warranty covered that. Usually they don't cover anything with door seals, and this is Choice Home Warranty. I do a lot of different warranty companies, so you know, each of them covering different things. Like I said, I do Home Warranty of America, Choice, Old Republic, Assurian, 210. Haven't been doing a lot of 210 lately. I used to do them a lot, especially in my area, but you know how that goes. Sometimes it just changes. So be up and down sometimes. And yeah, just don't put all your eggs in one basket, you know? Just go out there, apply to some, and you'll find something that's good for you and that'll work for you. And, you know, that'll get your name out there the more good work you do. So, and just be nice to people. People, I mean, I can't tell you how many customers just like the person that I am, so they just call me back, you know? And then have a website too. I will say this, I've been getting a lot more calls through my website, or people emailing through my website. And even if you pay for it one time a year, that one time you're paying for it, that if I can get 2-3 calls off that website, it pays for it and then some. So, but I'm getting more, and people, I've been asking people, they said, well, because you had a website, it looked very good, you had a presence online, she said. That's one thing I'm like, that made sense, is like, she said I had a presence online. I guess it took time to build that up, you know, just being through Yelp and Google, and having oh, and another lady actually looked up to see if I had a business license, which in Palm Beach County is like, it's called a business tax receipt, and it's only like $30, so I just do it every year. And she was just like, that was the main reason why I chose you. My other businesses didn't. I'm like, you know, I mean, it's the weird reason to choose people, but I'm just telling you the things that I encounter, because she said she went on Better Business Bureau too, and I'm not on there, so you wouldn't find me on there. She went on Home Advisor. I don't know how I'm on. Well, Home Advisor's always been, they've been trying to get me on, and I'm not paying for any leads. When I first started, I did with a Appliance appointment, and I just didn't like how it went, so I just took a different route to. That's when I first started, I went with Appliance appointment when I was still working for a company, so I still had time to like figure things out and which route I wanted to take, because I wanted to go the COD route first to see how can I build it organically, but I realized it was going to take more time than what I wanted to do to get out, because I really wanted to get out and get on my own. Like I was just so frustrated, not with my boss or the whole, at that point my mind was like, I just want to be out on my own. I want to be out on my own. I want to do my own thing. I want to make my own schedule. That's just what the frustration was. And because I knew there was nothing in my mind or nothing he could do to get that frustration away. Even if he offered me more money, that's not what it was. It was just that I wanted to, you know, make my own destiny. You know what I'm saying? So you guys obviously know what I'm talking about. So that's just, I'm glad I started sooner than later, because, man, I can tell you, you know, through the ups and downs, and really it hasn't been much downs, but the learning, because everything's up, because I'm learning from every mistake that I'm making. So main thing is, once the thing that's gonna frustrate you the most, that frustrates me the most to this day, is maintaining your technical ability, because what you don't want to do, or what frustrates me the most, is misdiagnosing things. And sometimes it's just because you have a busy day and I needed to slow down. It's a lot of different factors. It's a lot of different things. I can't tell you how many times where I had a job, went like, didn't know what it was, looked it up, and, you know, just went to sleep that night thinking about it, and then the next day it came to like, oh, I should have just did this, and, you know, it's happened to me so many times. And that's how I'm telling you, it's just, you'll have calls like that will just have you thinking about it, because you have to deal with this situation, especially if it's the job that you already have, you know, gotten into, paying a service call, people pay the parts, it's a recall, or whatever the case may be, or a warranty call and it's a recall. Because at the end of the day, you still want to make sure you put your best foot forward for that customer, so they know you don't want to just be another company that comes out there and they couldn't fix it, you know, or whatever, because they'll remember you for that. I just got a review, I think yesterday, on this lady about, you know, finally she found somebody that was good, and, you know, she left a long detailed review, especially how much I charged her and stuff. It was an elderly lady, it was an older dryer. My service charge is $85. So the first time I went out there, I found a big clump of lint blocking the vent. So, all right, cleared it out, just charged her the service charge and said, all right, if it's still not drying, just call me back and I'll just charge you for the part. And I had the part with me. I could have did it one shot, but I was in a rush that day. So she called me back, maybe 2-3 days. It was a tenant, so it was the landlord. She lived like right next door. So she's like, yeah, still not drying. Went back, charged her, what, $30 or something like that. But it ended up being $125 for the part. I didn't even charge her for labor or anything like that. I just went back, put on the part, and because, you know, I mean, I have a whole bunch of those thermostats, so I just charge her $30, you know, whatever. So, and that's what I do for a lot of people. You know, I'll look out for them, especially elderly people. I just have a soft spot for older people because I know how my grandmother was, and people try to take advantage of her. So I try to look out. So I charge her $125 to put on the thermostat and the dryer. It's an older dryer. So I left her. I sent her an email a week later saying, I hope everything all is well. You know, blah blah blah. You leave a review. She sent back. She's like, oh, everything's working great. I just left you a review and something with something else that she needs me to fix with exhaust fan with the light bulbs. I'm like, okay, no problem. I'll get back out there. And that's what you want to do. I want to build, you know, and that's the lady who looked me up through Better Business Bureau and all that stuff. So she's an older lady, and especially in Florida, some people are like cautious of who they deal with. So, you know, you just got to just stick with these customers, you know what it's about. After this weekend, there's a lot of stuff I actually wanted to talk about, but I wanted to save it for a better structured video. So, you know, just wanted to check in with you guys. It's been a minute since I made a video, and shout out to all the, you know, the new people, and, you know, keep doing your thing, man. Any questions you got, just ask me, and I'm out here working. Happy holidays to everybody, and stay safe out there.